Imagine settling into your dream home, a quiet, sprawling property with a lush backyard, the place you've always envisioned. Everything feels perfect until you notice something bizarre. Strangers are strolling through your yard like it's a public park. Confused, you confront one of them. Their casual reply? "Oh, we've always used this as a shortcut." You check your property lines, yep, it's your land. But when you try to stop the trespassing, things spiral into chaos. Enter Linda, the self-proclaimed queen of the HOA, who storms up to your door, livid. "You can't block community access!" she shrieks. You stand your ground, build a fence, and then the sirens blare. Linda called 911. What starts as a property dispute explodes into a battle for control, with the HOA now trying to seize your land. How far will they go? At first, I thought it was a simple mix-up. Maybe a few neighbors had gotten too cozy, cutting through my yard. So I politely said, "Hey, this is my property. Please go around." But their entitled glares told me this wasn't a mistake. They believed they had a right to my land. Moms with strollers, kids on bikes, even seniors with their dogs marched through my grass without hesitation. Then came Linda, middle-aged, decked out in a garish yellow HOA vest, radiating authority. One afternoon, I caught her standing in my yard, arms crossed, supervising a couple as they sauntered through. I stepped outside. "This is private property," I said firmly. She scoffed, eyeing me like I was a naive rookie. "Sweetheart, this path's been used for years. That's how it works here." Her arrogance floored me. "That doesn't make it legal," I shot back. "This is my yard, not a public walkway." Linda rolled her eyes. "You can't just move in and rewrite the rules." "Rules? This was my deed, my land." Things got worse. I woke to footprints crisscrossing my lawn, soda cans tossed in my bushes, and dog poop. My yard had become a free-for-all. I confronted Linda again. "Tell the HOA to stop trespassing." She laughed. "The HOA is the community. This is shared space." That was it. I built a fence, tall, solid, with a locked gate. If they wanted to cross, they'd need a ladder. The next morning, a furious knock jolted me awake. Linda stood at my door, face crimson, pointing at my fence like I'd burned her house down. "What is this?" she demanded. "It's my fence," I said calmly. "On my property," she screamed. "This blocks community access." I crossed my arms. "It blocks trespassing." Her eyes narrowed, her voice venomous. "This isn't over." She wasn't kidding. The next day, sirens wailed. 2 police cars were parked outside. Linda, clutching her phone, yelled, "He's stealing our shortcut!" The officers inspected my fence, my no trespassing sign, and my deed. After a tense exchange, they turned to Linda. "Ma'am, this is his property. Your complaint doesn't hold." Her face twisted in fury. "You'll regret this," she spat, storming off. I thought I'd won. Then a letter slid under my door, an HOA notice demanding I remove the fence, claiming I'd violated community tradition. Fines piled up, $500 a day. Neighbors who once waved now glared. Whispers followed me. Online forums buzzed with debates. Some called me selfish, others backed my rights. Linda led the charge, rallying the HOA to paint me as an outsider. Notices flooded my mailbox, each more menacing, threatening lawsuits and eviction. A lawyer called, warning, "The HOA is preparing to sue. Gather evidence." My heart sank. This wasn't about a shortcut, it was about power. Determined, I fought back. I photographed every trespass, saved every notice, and studied my deed. Legal experts confirmed my rights. But the pressure was relentless. Linda and her HOA cronies knocked daily, demanding I dismantle the fence. "You're destroying our community," she'd yell. I refused to budge. Then I dug deeper. I pored over HOA bylaws, financial records, and anything I could find. Something felt off, expenses didn't add up. I met a former board member, Sarah, who'd quit in disgust. The HOA's been bullying homeowners for years, she whispered. They have no legal claim to your land. Armed with her tip, I hired a private investigator and a lawyer. What they uncovered was jaw-dropping. The HOA's rules rested on shaky, outdated documents, never legally binding. Worse, Linda had been siphoning HOA funds into shady projects, even trying to buy my property through backdoor deals. My lawyer called, stunned. Their entire case is a sham. It's all about control. I took the evidence to a local journalist. The story exploded. Neighbors, once silent, shared their own HOA horror stories, fines, threats, intimidation. Community meetings turned into battlegrounds. Homeowners demanded transparency. Linda's smug facade cracked as evidence piled up: fraudulent records, illegal rule changes, and her secret deals. The climax came at a packed town hall meeting. I stood before the crowd, heart pounding, and laid it all bare: my trespassing nightmare, the 911 call, the fines. I showed my deed, then dropped the bomb: the HOA's corruption, Linda's schemes. Gasps filled the room. Neighbors stood, sharing their tales of abuse. The vote to oust the board was a landslide. Linda was done, forced to resign in disgrace. Rumors swirled that she was leaving town. The lawsuit vanished. Fines were scrapped. Authorities launched an investigation, confirming the HOA's rules were a house of cards. The neighborhood transformed. A new board drafted fair rules, respecting property rights. My fence, once a flashpoint, became a symbol of defiance. Neighbors smiled again, united by our stand. This wasn't just about my land, it was about dismantling a system that thrived on fear. Our victory proved that truth and unity can topple even the most entrenched tyrants. As I walk past my fence, I feel pride. We didn't just win a battle, we sparked a movement for fairness. But what do you think? Was I right to block the shortcut, or should I have compromised for community harmony? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's debate. And share your stories. Have you faced an overreaching HOA or a bully like Linda? Your voice matters, and this conversation could inspire others to stand up. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep this story trending.